Hello, hello, hello. Good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're listening to this broadcast. Welcome to In the Now.
Yeah, with that being said, when you're listening to this broadcast, I want to really thank the social media impact that's been happening with the group. It's been shared with everybody. I see links coming back, people watching past shows and commenting on them. It's been really good to see how you guys are really adapting and going for the live stream versus just the radio, because it's great to be on Money 105.5 and listen to all the local listeners. You guys have been a great support. But then the social media growth has been amazing. So thank you all.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the engagement that's been going on, and a lot of the folks that are really appreciating the show, and we're starting to pick up some momentum, and because we are in the now.
In the now.
In the now. So how you been, man?
I've been great, man. My family has really been embracing getting out of the house because the weather's so nice. I want to thank my wife. She's been amazing on putting together little dinners and getting us out of the house and coordinating like places to go. Like, hey, it's Tuesday night. We're going to go to dinner. We're going to bring the whole family, and we're all going to go to this spot. And it's just all ready to go. And then the kids complain, like, I don't want to do that. I want to eat here. And we still do it. And we get into the family thing. So thank you, babe. I love you. And kids, thanks for all your support. You know, we're always working, and family comes first in my life. So I know it's been a lot with you too, Mike. But I just wanted to thank my family because the sun is out, and they're getting me out of the house more and more. It's been great.
Yeah, didn't you go camping recently?
Yeah, so it started out that me and my boys were going to go, and we were just going to do a one-night overnighter at Folsom Lake. Because Folsom Lake is like literally a mile from my house.
Right.
But you never think to camp there. You always go there for like picnics and barbecues and the boating.
I didn't even know you could camp there.
So I pulled into Beals Point, and there was these nice campsites, and all the Boy Scouts were there. So I just grabbed a one-nighter, and one of my oldest boy couldn't go, so my 3-year-old was like, well, I'm going, Dad. And she was all gung-ho, and she was like the life of the party, and my 10-year-old was like, yeah, it's going to be fun. And he's like, until it got dark, Dad, it was so boring. Once the campfire started, the marshmallows and the hikes at night and the storytelling, he was all in.
Yeah, it's after that. There's nothing to do. I don't have my...
there's no iPad, no cell phone, no nothing. I'm like, nope, we're camping.
Yeah, absolutely. So it wasn't glam camping.
Nope. We literally went out there and stayed the night right there. We have a big SUV, so we slept in the back of it, me and the two kids. And my mom showed up, and she threw up a tent and camped in her tent and got up in the morning and made coffee. It was great.
How fun. That's awesome. Yeah, I've been wanting to go camp and haven't had a chance this year, but I've getting closer and closer to making it happen. I think I'm going to pull the trigger here soon.
We're getting ready to pack up for a road trip. We're going to go for a whole week and just go across a couple states.
That's awesome. So today's show, one of the things that we teach both in Design It and the Incident Authority Now program is celebrity attachment. And when I say celebrity attachment, what do I mean by that, right? In the industry, celebrity attachment is, anything with the media, articles, news, and, any type of celebrity that you have pictures with or endorses you, your book, and things of like that nature. And
all the way down to testimonials, things that are on your
Absolutely.
website. Things that actually validate the value that you bring to table as a business.
Yeah, and so on this show, we want to talk a little bit about the importance of this, and that you should be trying to find ways, one, to get in the media from a local to nationwide to international, right?
Yeah.
Even just statewide. But you want to start in your local area, and then we've got a special guest that we're going to bring on here in a little bit that, focuses, what his main job is focusing on creating that celebrity star attachment to you, your product, your services, and what you do, and we're going to get into a conversation about that. But one of the things that I encourage businesses all the time is start getting to network with your local media, from newspaper, magazine, to actual news channels, and getting to know the different people, the producers behind it, and having and watching the news and what goes on, but being able to put things out about what you're doing, and constantly putting a press release out. Bill Gates once said that if he was to start all over, how would he do his marketing? He said, I would focus on just every day putting out some type of press release. And because it brings exposure, and then what happens is the attachment, you get to use the logos. If it's an in-house TV interview, you get to put that on your website, and it lives forever. right? And so your goal as a business is always trying to find that angle for one, free press, two, in creating that celebrity attachment. And so I know that this is critical in business.
Yeah, it's proven.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want free publicity? But the best thing is when you start local. If you make a mistake on TV, it's local. It's not international, worldwide, right? And because there's actually science behind, one, getting into the media, two, when you're on the media, how you sit, what you do, what you say, like how to sell without selling. They don't want you to come on and just pitch. And you got to think about, even though your product, and this is the one time I'll say that you never focus on a niche per se, because in the media, they want to attract all different types of folks. So if you're going into the media, having a focus not just on the niche yourself, whatever your niche is, but make something or create the conversation that's designed for the masses, because that's what the media wants. They want to attract new people to their TV station or their news channel or whatever it is, the article. And there's different tips on how to do that. I always like to prepare questions ahead of time before I go on, so I know what questions they're going to ask. I give them a list. I give them my bio. I give them research information. I give them everything.
Yeah, you want to target them to you, not just let them come after their own story.
Yeah.
A lot of the people that go into the media, they just show up thinking they're going to be interviewed and ask questions. Well, that's their story. You want to bring your story to your people. So when they say they like your vibe, they'll follow your tribe, you want to be prepared. And part of this is actually having strategies and finding people who do this for a living, finding the right PR firm, finding that celebrity attachment company that's actually going to build those for you, going to our instant authority class. Those things will teach you all these basic steps to start building this, because any of you in business right now, you can actually start attaching yourself to local media who's going to look to you for more stories because people like it. I saw a local chocolatier here in town doing KVIE 6, just doing the local radio station, doing a whole segment for 20 minutes, just talking about her love of chocolate and how she built her business. And that spread into articles, all kinds of different stuff. So the attachments for you locally are easier than you think they are. You can actually start getting in with Sacramento Bee, local press tribunes, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I think even to that, if you want to be on our show and you think your audience, that your message fits our audience, which is business-minded entrepreneurs, author, speakers, mentors.
Are we a good platform for your business?
Yeah.
We're going to expose you as a celebrity attachment.
Exactly, and then you can use the video because we live stream plus the audio. You can put it on your your website, and the whole state of Sacramento here in the state of California. You get that audience, and that it starts there. But you just keep building these pieces. And here's what's great is that when you have a lot of this, and you have a lot of pictures. And you have endorsements, and you have all this on your website, it starts building that credibility. And the other thing to remember is people that like us, and you take pictures with us, or you're in with a celebrity, there's this transfer of authority that comes over. People want to know who you are. How, why are you with this person? I know this one, but how does he know you? You must be somebody. Right? This perception starts to happen in the mind of the audience or your target market or their audience, which then starts looking into who you are and what you're about. So,
and we're going to dig a little bit deeper in that with our guest today, Bob Cefail, who's the president and of Celebrity Network. So when we get back here on Money 105.5 in the Now, we'll have Bob Cefail.
See you in a minute.
In the Now. Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back. And we've been talking about celebrity attachment.
Celebrity networking, celebrity exposure, just elevating that local presence into a celebrity authority that starts bringing you into the market. People who are putting books out, getting into radio shows, all the stuff that happens that elevates you to that next level is how the celebrity attachment and the celebrity authority and the celebrity networking starts. But today, we got an expert. So we got Bob Cefail on the phone, and he's the president of Celebrity Network, where he designs and creates unique marketing and branding opportunities for business to access and leverage celebrity star power, both on social media, internet, the trends that are going on there just to elevate their brands. So Bob, how are you today?
Oh, dynamite. Boy, it sounds like you have some fun out there in the West Coast, huh?
That's right.
Yes, it is bright and sunny and living large for sure.
About 60% of my folks are out in your direction.
Oh, there you go. Now, you're located in Florida, right?
That's correct. I'm in the Tampa area. My production partner here is Kevin Harrington, the Shark Tank guy. So he and I do all sorts of stuff together. And
a great guy. We've had him on the show before, so he's
fantastic.
Yeah, awesome. We've enjoyed many conversations with him. So Bob, why don't you share with folks, one, give a little bit of background on who you are and what you're about and what you do. What is this celebrity attachment that you help create with different types of celebrities?
Sure. Well, in the last couple decades, I and my companies have focused initially on pure online marketing. We were one of the first companies that were certified as a Google expert. This was back 2003, 2004, I believe, and doing quite well with online marketing. But we started seeing in all our research that whenever you added a celebrity piece to it, it was a supercharger, literally. I mean, because when you think about many sales now occur online, so you have people that are going to sites, and you got to make sure they stay on the site. And then once they've been on the site and they go, yeah, I like this, I like whatever I'm looking at, then you have to encourage them to make payment or fill out their information. So the celebrity endorsement, testimonial, connection, that helps people stay on sites and then gives them that extra punch of confidence to go ahead and take action. So that's very effective when you're talking about the online world, that's for sure.
Absolutely. So now you created a company that focuses around this called CShop TV, right?
That's correct, CShopTV.net.
Yeah,
exactly.
So why don't you share about what the company does and how and what they do for businesses?
Sure. It's interesting. Once we decided to add, and this is almost 7 years ago, the celebrity component to what we were doing, we found out something really interesting.
What's that?
It is tough to find out who do you call.
Sure.
Who do you connect with? You want to use XYZ celeb. It's not like they hang shingles out. In fact, many celebrities and agents are reticent about forward-leaning in terms of advertising. So it's very, very, very difficult. And that actually is one of the reasons so many people don't really employ celebrities. They think, A, it's going to be too expensive, and B, how the heck do I contact them? So our whole play really is we now have we're connected with well over 5,000 celebrities in the sports, music, TV, and film space. And we have very strong campaigns and search campaigns where we attract a lot of business each week. So what happens is when these people contact us, we identify, what is working for them right now in terms of marketing, promotion, sales? What's effective? And then we go, okay, here's the best way to leverage a given celebrity. We identify typically anywhere from 5 to 10 different celebrities that may be a good choice. And we identify the fee range. And once our client has said, yeah, I like these 4 folks, and I can deal with that particular budget. Here's our special sauce. We then touch the different celebrities directly or agents and say, okay, here's the deal, here's the budget, here's what they want to do. You know my rules. First person raises their hand wins. Let me tell you something. That cuts out any negotiation. It reduces the cost dramatically. And these agents already know we have so much deal flow. They want to keep us happy. They give us the friends and family rate. And that's kind of our special sauce. The fact that we've done business before with celebrities, have paid on time, and created what I call no drama promotions. Because a celebrity doesn't want drama, client doesn't want drama, agent sure doesn't want drama. So when you have all those components together, it's a very powerful brew.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's a win-win in what you're creating. So now let me ask you, do you believe, I mean, obviously you believe because you've created a whole company, but for the mindset of the audience out there are some people that don't understand the power of a celebrity attachment, right? And
Sure.
and can you explain why this is so critical? I mean, companies spend millions of dollars on having celebrities in infomercials or on their, TV shows or brand, wherever they're trying to get because of this. But can you explain to them, is this really important for a business, even a small pa and ma type shop?
I can say it in really a few quick words. Cut through the noise. Because there's so much advertising, so many ad impressions that a person's hit every day with. I think there was a report that said, a study said that your average person is hit with 3,000 promotional messages a day. That sounds a little high to me, but hey, let's just say it's half. You have to cut through that. You have to position yourself above the noise.
Exactly.
And I can tell you that's why it works. When XYZ celebrity says, bang, I mean, I'm doing a celebrity event tomorrow night. They wanted it's a big resort, and they wanted to really cut through the noise. So I got two of the top Super Bowl champions of the past, and they're getting a huge response from it.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. It's cut through the noise. What does it take to differentiate yourself from everybody else, particularly your competitors, by the way?
Yeah, it's you're 100% accurate when you say cut through the noise, because like you said, that many commercials per day. I have 3 children, and I know for a fact every toy company hits them with at least 10 videos every time they watch YouTube, or if they're on television watching a 30-minute show, they get hit with like 15 different advertisements for Legos or anything. And the only ones that stand out to them is recognition, right? They see the toy,
Yep.
the Disney mark on there. They're like, oh my gosh, the Disney mark. And I was talking about a local chocolatier here in town, but just think about like Shaquille O'Neal in Icy Hot and the General now.
Yeah.
They cut through so much noise by just putting Shaq on there. And these local businesses, even if you're a yogurt shop and a celebrity basketball player comes in and endorses you, you're going to elevate your stance within the community.
There's no question about it. I mean, in fact, you actually touched on one of the most successful campaigns out there right now, which is Shaquille.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, people watch because he's an engaging guy. His name's legit, and for the General, they love this. They love the campaign.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like my question for you was, what I was edifying there is, this could work for big business or small business if your product aligns. Like if you look at that example, the General in auto insurance. They aligned okay. It's okay to match, and he probably insures his cars through them and gets good deals. But in general, the celebrity attachment took the product and elevated it. So, like I said, a yogurt shop, if you got a local endorsement of a college basketball player even, all the way up to a huge NBA star, this could help those small businesses. Would you agree?
Oh, you're really hitting on something because, listen, we work with all the big companies and medium-sized companies, but I tell you, our bread and butter are small and small to medium-sized businesses. I'll give you a couple examples because you touched on something that's quite correct. A personal appearance by a sports celebrity. Now, what people don't understand is that sports celebrities make their salary, but then that kind of goes to their manager, and the manager is working that. Now, these guys like to have what's called running around money. So I can tell you, I get such great deals with sports guys, basketball guys, football guys that want a little running around money, and they'll go, okay, listen, I'll go out and be at that location and do something. And guess what? When they're at the location, the store can video it, they can photograph it, they can PR it before, and then they can show it on their social and their site afterwards. It is pound for pound one of the most effective ways to promote. Second example, a lot of people want to get endorsements, testimonials, or photographs on their website. Well, they say to me, okay, let's do it. And I say, well, there's 2 ways we can do it, the smart way and the dumb way. And they go, well, forget the dumb way. What's the smart way?
We'll take the dumb way.
Yeah, let's do the dumb way. The smart way is to have them do a social post with repost rights. What do I mean by that? I mean, they do the social post, so you're going to get some flow of business just from that. But then I can take the photo or the video and be able to repost it on their website or their social or both. The cost for doing it the smart way, I'm going to say it, many people may go, no, come on. It's about 80% less.
Wow, just having to do
80%.
Just doing a post from their Twitter or whatever, and then you repost it, right?
Yes, you could if you call up an agent and say, "Hey, listen, I want an endorsement, photograph, and quote." It's going to be X price. Maybe it's $30,000. I do the same thing on a social play. It's $5,000.
Wow. Well,
how could that be? Well, it just. There are price ranges for different categories of activity.
And the relationships you're building, right? I mean, you're establishing a ton of relationship. You're constantly bringing in business so they know this, and they're going to work with you.
Yeah, it's a win-win for both sides. If you're really pushing the social media as a local company and doing your repost and actually targeting your audience to come to this event or see this endorsement, you're also endorsing the celebrity. He's getting more exposure. Right. She's getting more exposure.
Yeah. Well, you remember the movie that Cruise was in, Show Me the Money kind of deal, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, here's the truth. That movie was really correct because most agents are so heavily, they have more celebs than they can handle. So their smartphones are getting blown up from their celebrities. Hey, when's my next deal? When's my next deal? When's my next deal? So we come in, we're like Santa Claus. So it's a triple win. Client really wins because they're getting tremendous exposure at price points. Like, out of example, if a client went to a celebrity directly, they're considered a one-off, and they will get hit with the most expensive fees because the client, the celeb, and the agent, I only have one shot here. Probably, who knows? I'll get more business. So they'll always pay full boat because we do so much deal flow. That's not the case.
Yeah, let's not have that happen to our audience. We're going to go to a commercial real quick. When we come back, we'll have Bob Cefail from CShopTV.net.
Talking about celebrity attachment here on In the Now with Mike Driggers, Brandon Hintz. We'll see you in a minute. Welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Those of you just joining us are holding on to the next little question we're going to ask. We got Bob Cefail from CShopTV.net, which is basically the celebrity network, placing you in the right positions to elevate you to the next level, to break through the noise. Stop doing marketing that's just going through this whole redundant pattern that everybody else is in and start elevating yourself above that noise. So, Bob, when we left, you were talking about how this works and how your company could help our consumers out there. Because I know for a fact in my business, I've watched coaches that I've either worked with, trained with, been at mentorships with, masterminds, all of a sudden get a celebrity attachment and elevate themselves within 90 days.
Yeah, go ahead.
Continue your question. You got a question there.
Yeah. So, I was just, I wanted to comment on the social post, that people don't think about that, but it's actually becoming a big trend. And especially, let's talk about influencers. There's a category now called influencers, which is a whole nother world in the social media where people have got a huge following and they'll do posts and you can pay for them. So you can even start out with that. But having a celebrity, it takes you a step above, right? Yeah. And stepping out of the noise. And I love what you said, because you could have them do a video that endorses your product or service or you as an individual. And then, what's great about that as a marketer, I'm going to get it transcribed. I'm going to use it in text. I'm going to use the video. I'm going to use it everywhere I can, and it carries for a long time, right? That message. So, give a couple more examples. You were going into some of them, but like the social post is one. What are some other ways that people could use a celebrity?
Well, I'll touch on a couple of others, then I'll give you a fabulous case study where we took a small tea company, and now you can't walk into any major retailer without finding them. So we'll hit that last.
Okay.
One way is if you're doing trade shows. If you want to dominate a trade show, bring an athlete, bring a reality star. Let the trade show organizers know well in advance. And here's what's going to happen. The trade show is going to leverage all of their PR resources. So you're going to have TV cameras at your booth. They're going to have posters. They're going to be talking about, hey, blah, blah is going to be at blah, blah booth. Then what happens is the line effect. all of a sudden you had this line of people wrapping around to meet the celebrity, and everybody, well, what's going on in that booth? And you just suck all the attention right over to your booth. That is, and once again, you're going to video it, you're going to photograph it, you're going to use it for endorsement later.
You're going to sell tickets to take photos with them, to pay for them.
Oh my God.
Set up
It's happening everywhere right now. You see all the trade shows doing it. I mean, even the Shark Tank stuff, they're utilizing them when they're not even going to be there.
But having someone there, yeah.
Well, Kevin came out to a trade show we were doing in Vegas, and we were the booths were so clogged with people. It was amazing. So that's a complete winner.
Well, I think what's powerful, real quick, hold on. So what's powerful about this, and even at the cost. Okay, first off, if you work with Bob, you're at least 80% discounted, right? Yep. But you could even set up maybe even a private lunch. He has to eat, and then you could sell tickets for that lunch for sponsorships and things of that nature, to pay for the cost, or have tickets to get a picture with them. And then on top of this, you think about what people don't realize, Bob, and I think this is, and why I really focus on this in what I teach, is that you amortize the earning potential of using the celebrity endorsement over the next 10 years. What if it brought you an extra, $20,000 a year because you got a couple new clients because of the endorsement? You amortize that over the next 10 years, that's $200,000 in income.
Exactly.
Because you used the celebrity, but it cost you 80% less. So I want the audience to understand the power of what you're talking about and how they can use it.
Let me throw this little case study by you. So here's a little company. They're doing good. They were using influencers just like you talked about, but they wanted to take it to the next level. It's a company called FitTea. You can find them, Google them. They're everywhere. Well, they came to us. We matched them up with the first celebrity, a little singer named Jasmine V, and then 150 celebrities later, 2.5 years later. Go to GNC, they're there. Go to Bed Bath & Beyond, they're there. Go to Whole Foods, they're there. And one of the reasons they're there is because the owner of the company could negotiate great shelf space deals. I mean, he was the one in the catbird seat. They were the one that were trying to get his product in their stores. So he got retail deals, shelf deals. Forget, nobody else is going to get these.
Nope.
But, of course, he was everywhere. And these deals cash flowed. I mean, he had his conversion rate on his site. This is people going to the site was 7% paid per FitTea when they hit the site. 7%.
I
Not
think
just like filled out a lead form. Money, real money.
Yeah, and this is why they would
them.
hire you.
Yeah.
This is why we bring these type of guests onto our show, so you guys can see, like, when we talk about getting a mentor that will collapse time frames for you to reach a goal, why Bob is on the show today, why Celebrity Network is being represented, and we're looking at this CShopTV.net website, is because this could collapse a time frame for you that could build residual income for years to come. And when we say Bob's going to get it done for you, it's not that he's discounting his price for you. He's already established this pricing, and he knows the market. We say all the time on this show, do what you do best and delegate the rest. So why we keep bringing these guests that's so powerful as Bob today is because these people could elevate you to the next level. We always say, like, we live by the Zig Ziglar model. If you help enough people get what they want in life, you'll get what you want. We're sharing these little ninja tricks, these ninja influencers, because we're doing the same thing. I'm looking to go to the next level. Mike's looking to go to that next level. We're looking at these celebrity endorsements, but who better to find them for you than Bob? So, Bob, that's why we have you today, and we're freaking loving it.
Yeah, I love the case study. What I like about this, and especially if you're trying to get product on the shelves, that's a challenge because you're competing against major companies. But when you've got celebrities, it creates this demand where people are wanting to get the tea in their local GNCs or the different places, right? And so
into Mike's backpack.
Yeah, and then what it did is put them in a position of power. And so,
oh my gosh! And the amount the amount of money he saved. I mean, you go from having to give a discount of 35% to the store chain down to 27. It was millions and millions of dollars that he saved. Millions a year, millions.
Yeah, and they're probably getting top shelf space, which is a very competitive part of the business, right?
Yeah, there's people out there buying that space ahead of time when you could be just getting in there because of your influence you've created in the market.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Boy, you guys hit it right on the mark.
That's why we call ourselves the experts in marketing here. We think we know a little bit enough, but that's why we bring you on there to kind of edify it for us.
Yeah, standing on the shoulders of giants.
Your listeners are lucky.
Exactly.
You guys listen to these guys.
Well, so this is the standing on shoulders of giants, right? We're bringing the experts to this, and this is an attachment, believe it or not, because we're going to use this over and over. And Bob, I know you're going to be using it, right?
Yeah, we teach this stuff. I mean, we're teaching this in our class called Instant Authority now. But guess what we're going to do once you've got all the positioning done right? We're going to refer you over to Bob because we do what we do best and we delegate the rest out. None of you should be trying to do this on your own.
You run a mastermind for
we do.
For some of your people?
Yes. Yeah, we do.
Boy, I tell you, they get you probably. I know you probably turn away a lot of folks, but if you can get in their mastermind, that'd be a smart thing.
Yeah, and guess what's going to happen at the end of the mastermind? Call Bob.
Yes.
Now that you guys have all these ninja tricks, we want you to call Bob and put him into action.
There you go.
Exactly. Now, Bob, I'm loving these little tips and things that you're bringing out. What's something else that people don't know about this particular industry?
Well, I'll give you some real inside baseball. So it's all about connectivity with the fan base. And I'll tell you the least effective celebrities and the most effective. I'll give you a little nice insight here. The least effective yet most expensive celebrities are movie stars. Least connected, most expensive. So unless you're ready to really roll the money out, you're probably going to want to stay away from them. Next level is music celebrities. Now, kind of an unusual thing has happened in the last 5 to 10 years. It's called the private performance. So when you hear about celebrities, big ones, and they're going off to, Kazakhstan and getting a couple mil in one night, it's completely warped the endorsement world. So that's kind of an area I try to stay away from unless they're kind of localized or regionalized. Then your next level of good buy, are TV stars. Now, they have more connection, less expensive, more connection. Next level, now you're starting to get in some serious bargains and great results and much higher connection. Reality TV stars are unbelievable. Talk about return on investment. Holy smokes. Yet, once again, they're not up in the clouds in terms of budgets. Last but not least, and pound for pound, the best group are sports stars, particularly NFL. Why? NFL, forget all this, political stuff in the last year or two. It doesn't matter. Their ratings are so high. I'll give you an example. An NFL preseason game has higher ratings than the 7th game of the World Series. So that's why NFL players, current and former, particularly what I call near former, they've only been retired for 10 years or so or less. Oh, just money in the bank. People know who they are. Can't beat it.
That's great.
Great ninja trick.
Yeah, I love that. And that's a major one right there because, you don't think about this. People say, I want to get a movie star. But again, it goes back to, and I'm throw in there the influencer world. Like I was on Musical.ly. I was reading about this app called Musical.ly where you make your own music videos, and it's primarily women on there making music videos, and they've got 1.2 million followers and 300,000 followers, and I'm thinking, holy cow. Right, and I'm blown away. But
Mike's been taking dance classes.
Yeah, I put myself up there with a little teddy bear dance that I do. Right,
I did see that one. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I put that up there. But but you think about again this elevation. A lot of people think that it's difficult to get this type of endorsement, and I love what your business is doing. This is why I reached out to you. I've known about you and have kept you on my radar for things that we're doing, and definitely wanted to get you on the show. But
would you like a little super weapon we're about to release?
Yeah.
I'll give you.
Wait, let's hold that one. Let's hold that super weapon because we're going to have you back right after this commercial break.
You got it.
So thank you for
No
In the
problem.
Now with Bob Cefail from Celebrity Network.
CShopTV.net. Mike Driggers, Brandon Hintz. We'll be back here in a second.
Well, welcome back, everybody.
Man, some gold nuggets, like huge nuggets. If somebody could just take advantage of what Bob is sharing with. We've been talking to Bob Cefail from CShopTV.net, and the topic is around celebrity attachment endorsements. And man, what is some great advice. But just before we go into break, you were going to share a big secret, something that you've got coming out, and I'd love to hear. I love secrets. Can we tell everybody about it right now?
Oh yeah.
I promise we won't keep a secret.
Well, okay. I gotta try to do this in 45 seconds or less. So we formed a separate company that basically takes celebrities and media, and we promote cryptocurrency companies. Oh my gosh, talk about that's a business too. But what we found is that the technology of cryptocurrency would be perfect with memorabilia. Memorabilia industry is according to Forbes, $370 billion worldwide. Billion with a B. About 25% of it's fraud.
Wow.
So using crypto, we've now got patent pending on crypto collectibles. Here's how we're applying it with companies. We use it like a green stamp. I know there may be some people out there that still remember green stamps and yellow stamps at grocery stores, but it's effectively like an extra enhancement for somebody to buy. So if you have a product line that's associated with a celebrity and somehow we can set up like a memorabilia item that's an enhancement or something that also gets them to buy more, that can go up tremendously in value, that's a super weapon.
That's awesome.
A super weapon.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, Bob, how can our listeners work with you? Where would you send them right now?
Go to CShopTV.net, and all you do is just fill out information. Say, hey, I just want some information. That's all. No risk, no nothing. And just tell me about your company, tell me about your product, and we'll throw out a concept to you. But go to CShopTV.net, hit the contact form, fill it out, and we'll get back to you. Hey, nothing hurts like like great information. I mean, that's good stuff. We'll supply great information.
The thing is I can guarantee 100%. If you don't do anything, you're not going to get any results.
Yeah.
Right? So,
that's for sure.
So
let's go back to the old sports quotes.
So what's the worst thing that can happen? Like, reach out and listen. Maybe it's not in your budget now, but at least you can save to it or have a plan of action to get to it. I'm sure, Bob, you're working with them and helping them and giving them an idea. But what information? It's not going to hurt to get some information from you about some things that you could do or some ideas. And I just through this interview, Bob, I'm sure you've got a ton of ideas for them, and even if it's a small mom and pop shop, they could use a local celebrity, sports celebrity, or somebody. So I think take action, and just reach out,
absolutely,
and talk to you, and who knows. You never know.
And you may get shocked.
Yeah.
Or rich.
You may go, oh my gosh, you mean I can do that? Because that is the number one response that we get when people talk to us. They go, I really can do that? They're shocked. They're genuinely, oh my gosh, I had no idea. Because it's the fixed ideas that block the advancement of so many people. They have a fixed idea. It blocks them. They never try.
It's the mindset.
It totally mindset. It's a perception that they think that it's going to cost them a ton of money, and they'll never want to do it. They'll never want to represent my little mom and pop shop, right? So whether you're a financial service, real estate agent, insurance, it doesn't matter.
They're all already doing it.
Chocolate, they're doing it.
The cookie company's doing it. The real estate company's doing it. You need to be doing it. So you guys want to get a hold of this, CShopTV.net. Give them a little bit of information, find out what they have to say, because one thing I always tell any of my clients, anybody in our masterminds or our mentorships, get a bid. How do you know if you can do it if you don't even know what it cost? When I use an example, I used to die from allergies mowing my lawn and realized the guy next door was going to pick it up for $75. I was dying. I was spending more than that allergy medicine trying to recuperate every week from doing so many lawns and tree cutting and shrubs. I got a bid and was like, oh my goodness, I will never do this again. I'm going to go out there and water.
Yeah,
I'm going to enjoy my yard. So get a bid. Find out what you can do. You never know. Like when you're looking for a new car, go out and find out how much it is. So if you're looking to raise your business, get a hold of CShopTV.net and find out what it would actually cost to become the next one to break through the noise.
Yeah, and then be creative. Think outside the box. How could you get people to pay for, if you're having them show up, have a private lunch, sell the spots for $500 to $1,000.
Let Bob handle all that for you. That's
yeah,
what he does. Do what you do best and delegate the rest to Bob.
Absolutely. And here's the thing: is it can be done. It can be done, and
people are already doing it.
You need to take
What
advantage.
are you waiting for?
Exactly.
In the now.
So, hey, Bob, we always ask this question and at the end before we let you go, and it's been an amazing interview. I really appreciate your time. A lot of wisdom has laid out through this past 45 minutes. But what is the one question we probably should have asked that we hadn't yet?
Let me see. It may have been price ranging. Maybe that's it. But, and I want to answer this real quickly. It's real simple. You really shouldn't start any type of celebrity thing without a budget of $4,000 to $5,000. You do not want to get a cheap celebrity. The reverse happens. They go to your site. They go, I haven't seen that guy in like 50 years. Who are these bozos? So if you get the wrong celebrity, a double D list celeb, and you think, oh, this is going to be great, reverse effect. So
you're going to pay for it twice.
You got to know when it's time and when it isn't. So that probably scares away some people. That's okay.
Well,
don't use a celebrity that's below your grade. You don't want to be talking down. That's all.
Well, and I think to add to what you're saying is don't look at the cost. Look at what it would do over the next 10 years for your business. It's going to pay it back, and there's creative ways to even cover that cost. So but it gives you a target to budget and allow. And I think you're right. You hit it right on the money. You don't want the wrong celebrity because it does have that reverse effect. Right. The last thing you want to do is damage your brand or something by thinking you could go get somebody that really doesn't pool or it's cheesy or it
barely works and you got to do it a second time.
Yeah, exactly.
With a new one.
Exactly.
You used the word cheesy. Yeah. That's the word. You want to stay away a mile away from cheesy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Bob,
unless you're selling the sponge on an infomercial.
Yeah. Well, Bob, man, it's been a great time interviewing with you today. And again, this is Bob Cefail with CShop TV. That's CShop.net. He's offered opportunity for you to find out what it would take to have celebrity endorsement in your local area. So take advantage of it. And Bob, thank you for being on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you, folks.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time to take a listen. All you listeners out there, these guys are pretty smart.
We appreciate it.
What was that?
He said something about us being smart. Hey, look at that.
I was talking to them, not you guys.
All right, Bob. You have a good day.
You have a great day. Thank you.
So, Mike, so much. There was so much, man.
This was so packed full of nuggets that it's like I can't wait to implement some of this stuff and just have more conversations with Bob and some of the things that we're doing.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys got to look at this from a perspective of your business. So we teach this. We teach how to get that celebrity attachment, that celebrity brand building. But there's always more that the professional guy doing the business daily, the booking agent, this guy Bob, who's actually in the trenches doing it. We can show you how to position it, where to set up for it, how to have the right message, how to be prepared for it. But we learned a lot today.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that he is in the trench, he's already established all the connections. It would take you so much effort. You would have to do several pitch offers, and then you're going to have a higher price because he mentioned this, one-offs. These celebrities know that it's a one-off. If they're ongoing, then they're a little bit more lenient. But he's already got the relationship, and he's bringing them all different types of deals. And I love this. I didn't know about this, which I think it was powerful, is that a lot of these, he's right, a lot of the celebrities have agents that manage their money. And so they're always these big ticket money, or, for endorsements, they go in and they manage it. But the runaround money, having money, celebrities want money that they can run around with. And that's exactly what he's hitting them with in these different angles, from a social post to appearances to endorsement. And these social posts are endorsements of your products and services. And again, for the next 10 years, you can amortize this and take advantage of it. You can get, if it's a video, you get it transcribed. You can put it in your marketing. You can put it in your brochures,
there's
your
endless
website. I mean, there's so many things.
So much stuff to cut straight through the noise and position yourself better.
Absolutely.
What I love that he said is, it's all about the fan base connection.
Yeah.
Their fan base, your fan base connecting, and then the recognition that you get.
Which he talked about that. Like, I didn't realize this. There's, like movies, there's a high cost, less connectivity in the world. They don't really, have the type of connection that, in Twitter and Facebook and all these other stuff.
Like
They've
the
got
reality ones do.
Yeah, but a reality star, which is still an influencer. This is still somebody that's really, you could reach out to, and they promote you to their audience. Hey,
so take advantage of this, you guys. Go to that CShopTV.net and give them some information. Find out if it works for you. Right now there's 4 out of 5 people on this call, if not 5 out of 5, that could benefit from this. That's why we shared it today on In the Now.
Yeah, so we'll see you next week, every Thursday at 10 a.m. here on In the Now on Money Talk 105.5. We'll see you next week. My name's Mike Driggers.
I'm Brandon Hintz, and love you to my family. Thank you for always being there.
Loving my family. Talking to you later.